least when I were little, we had what was called the Sears and Roebuck. Sears and Roebuck. I can't even remember what it's called now. Anyway, it was the Sears catalog, and it was huge, and it had all these toys in it. And we would get pins and circle everything we wanted in it. It was pretty fun.
Look at this.
I love that. And Kristen would play like that too.
They've got more book nooks.
You love a good Lego catalog, don't you?
Sure do. Simpsons Krusty Burger, Shuttle Carrier Aircraft, the 101 Dalmatians Puppy, and Luxo Jr.
So if you had to pick the top thing you wanted out of there, what would it be?
I think it might be Luxo Jr.
Really? That's one of my favorites. That and the candy ball. I mean the minifig.
The minifigure vending machine, yeah, that's pretty high up there too.
There was something else in there that I loved. Well, I love that little mini typewriter.
There's the suitcase, the Italy postcard, the record player with flowers.
Alright, Grant, so let's talk about our day real quick.
Alright.
It's 12:45 and it's already been a long day.
12:49.
12:49, okay. So where are we
12:50.
headed?
We're going to Midland. And then I have a doctor's appointment.
With the hematologist, Dr. McCavitt.
Yes.
Because he checks your blood, just make sure everything's okay with the...
Am I really going to have to get blood work?
I think we probably do have to get blood work today, or he'll probably send us to LabCorp, but since you're part of that Boston clinical trial, I think that they have a kit of blood work that they need us to do too, but we'll ask when we get there.
Okay.
You're a pro at blood work.
Yeah, but I just had an IV.
I know, but they didn't check your blood for this. This is specific blood work they're looking for. After that, what are we doing?
Are we going to dinner with
We'll go eat clothes, hopefully Chinese. Then we'll drop everybody off and head home.
Cool.
But it has been a long day. We had to go get the hail damage assessed on one of the vehicles, which took almost an hour. And then we had to take Luca back to the doctor, which, that took two and a half hours?
Did they actually get the cone on this time?
He doesn't need a cone, but they gave us all kinds of medications for him and took cultures and cleaned out his ears.
Alright.
Anyway, so they did a lot more for him than the quote-unquote emergency vet did. That was a bad experience. Won't be doing that again. Let's see what our complete the phrase is for the day. This is a good one. You have to roll with the
Punches.
punches. I haven't stumped you yet, bud. All right, give me an example of rolling with the punches.
You know, like going with the flow, taking sometimes, no pain, no gain,
Yep,
that sort of thing.
yep. In our world, we fly by the seat of our pants, don't we? Just like this morning, taking Luca to the vet was not in the plan. But what did I do?
You did it
Roll
anyway.
with the punches. I have something you should talk about.
What?
Show everybody the new Switch 2 that you've got with you today.
Oh yeah, this thing. Look at that, it's reflecting the camera.
It is, isn't it? Okay, so what's different with the Nintendo DS Switch 2?
It's just Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay. What's different than the original?
Well, first of all, the Joy-Con 2, they're magnetic. They have a little button on the back that you push to detach them.
Rather than sliding grooves?
Yeah. There's also a game chat button on the Joy-Con 2R.
Oh, do you chat with anybody?
No, it's a thing that's like, I think you have to have a Nintendo Switch Online subscription to even use that, but
I'm
yeah.
surprised you don't.
I do.
Oh.
I have a Switch Online subscription. I've had it for forever.
Well, I was surprised. That's why I said that. But you don't ever chat with anybody?
Nah, I don't really play online.
Okay.
Anyway, the thing also has two USB-C ports, one on the bottom and one on the top, both of which can be used for charging, but not both at once.
I wonder why it has two.
Probably just for convenience, And then, of course, there's the game card slot on the top and a headphone jack.
Did you order the new game card you needed?
What do you mean?
Didn't you say you needed?
Oh, a micro SD card. That's what you're thinking of. And I don't actually need it yet.
Okay.
The kickstand looks like this.
Did the other one have a kickstand?
Yeah, but it was a lot smaller and flimsier.
Okay.
The micro SD express slot is under the kickstand, so that's pretty neat.
It's definitely larger.
Yeah, it is bigger. It's got a bit of a heft to it.
It's nice. Nice and durable.
It is backwards compatible with practically the entire library of the original Nintendo Switch, which is super nice.
So, the original Nintendo Switch, does it just become a keepsake like all of your old Nintendos?
Yeah, I'd say so. I do wonder though, are they just going to make a Switch 3 or are they going to do something different?
You never know. It's kind of like iPhones. Every time we blink, they come up with an updated iPhone, you know?
Yeah, the iPhone kind of has a release cycle.
Yeah.
Like every so often they release a new hardware revision. And of course the people who treat them as status symbols will rush to get them.
Yeah. I didn't want to upgrade my phone, but we kind of had to.
I don't need to upgrade mine.
No. What is yours?
Mine is
12,
a...
13?
I can check the settings. I know that'll tell me exactly what it is. Just go over to General, About. Model name, iPhone 13 Pro.
13, okay. It still works just fine for what you need.
Sure does.
Okay.
What even is the latest iPhone?
Mine's a 16, but what if they'll do something really fancy with the 20 like they did, or they tried to with the 10? Remember how they called it the iPhone X, or what they call it?
Yeah, iPhone X. I guess iPhone 16 is still the latest one.
I am so proud of you for getting up, getting dressed, showering, eating. You did a good job.
Yeah, even though I woke up like an hour late.
It's alright, you still did it.
Yep.
No worries. And do you have any new homework assignments, anything like that that we need to worry about?
No.
Alright, I keep sticking to my arm. Okay, let's say our thing. You ready?
Yeah.
Don't forget to like. Come on, bud.
Comment.
Subscribe. And share. Right?
Yeah.
Taylor Talk.
Out.
Okay, bub, I want to talk a little bit about something, okay?
Okay.
So we made it to Midland.
Mm-hmm.
We talked earlier about our busy day, and we had our schedules because we had an appointment at 2:45 2:45 and then 3:45 and then 5 o'clock, right? Usually when we talk about our day, we don't necessarily have times. We just kind of go with the flow. What was our deal today?
Roll with the punches.
Roll with the punches. So today, I have noticed you have a lot more anxiety. You're tapping a lot, and you said you were anxious about, when I said, what are you anxious about? You said all of our appointments being on time, right? So, when we prepare for stuff, do we need to say the times, or just do you like it when we just say what all we're doing? It's probably best to say the times, so that when you get in a career, when you have a career, you know, you'll have deadlines and stuff. But what
Yeah.
works best for you?
I mean, if it's just us, I feel like just going with the flow would work. You know,
Okay.
not having any specific times for what we're doing.
That reduces the anxiety.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And then I'll just keep track of the time. Like that? Is that what you'd rather?
Yeah.
Unless it's something very important where I have to say, okay, we need to leave the house at this time because we have to be here at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because usually you don't have a lot of anxiety, but I've noticed today it's just a little bit more.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that, see how I can help you with that. There we go. Now it's recording. So we have finished all of our stuff we needed to do in Midland. Eyebrow man.
Eyebrow.
And it's time to go back to Lubbock. But
Yep.
before we go back to Lubbock, we need
A treat.
a treat. So, what kind of treat do we want?
What are you craving?
I don't know what all they have here. You know what I'd love?
What?
Actually, some frozen yogurt.
Oh,
Do you want to see if they have a frozen yogurt place here?
I was kind of thinking I'd want a Dairy Queen Blizzard. We could go both places.
Well, alright. Let's check things out.
Okay.
So, Taylor Talk,
Out.